The holiday season is upon us, and you know what that means. It's not only cuffing season, it's also the time for the dreaded seasonal depression to kick in. So, are we even surprised that a lot of us suddenly turn to either the Grinch or Mr. Scrooge? It's quite ironic, isn't it? With social media to help us all stay connected, a lot of us feel lonelier than ever. But if you ever feel the onset signs of you-know-what, then you better keep watching today's video. Let's start with the easy one first. Reach out to people close to you. You might have heard this a bajillion times already, but as repetitive as it sounds, it's best to reach out to the people closest to you, whether it be your family or your friends. Surely there are at least 2 or 3 people you could confide in with these, right? Are you familiar with a Swedish proverb that goes like this? Shared joy is double joy. Shared sorrow is half sorrow. Well, now you are. If you're not used to opening up and talking to people, this may be a difficult task for you, but you'd be surprised how people can be very understanding, especially those you love. By just opening up to them, you're either multiplying your joy or alleviating your loneliness, and there's a strong chance that you're also doing the same for them. Now, if only our salary can be multiplied as well, no? We need to start thinking of ways to do that with the least possible effort. Start enjoying your own company. There are a lot of solo activities out there you can try. To that person who thought that being alone is lonely, you need to learn more. Full disclosure, I'm a loner. I like watching movies by myself and eating pasta at a local restaurant nearby, but that doesn't mean that I'm lonely. Well, yeah, at first it could be nerve-wracking, but it's also so freeing to do things that you want without thinking of what others would say. Get some sun. You need that. For all my homies who don't believe the science dudes, what they say is true. Sunlight does make you happy. By getting your dose of sunlight, you're boosting serotonin, which can give you more energy, keep you calm, and make you happier, so you get that sun. Take a stroll around the neighborhood and sit in the park for a solid 10 minutes. Try people watching. You'd be surprised at how entertaining it is, and who knows, you might even befriend someone out there. Just trust the science dudes when they say that the sun is good for you. Just don't bask in it a lot, and make sure you put on SPF too. We don't want you catching skin cancer by staying out too late for that. If you can pay for the simple pleasures of life, go for it. Let's admit it. More than actual therapy and counseling, sometimes nothing really beats the sweet joy retail therapy does to us. To quote 2 of the best philosophers in modern culture, aka Tom and Donna in Parks and Recreation, treat yourself. But I don't mean to go ahead and splurge yourself to death, but considering the effects of climate change we're experiencing, it's pretty tempting. Treat yourself to a fancy meal in a restaurant that you've been putting off for God knows how long, or even book that plane ticket for the sake of self-exploration. Don't have the budget for that? Well, you could try the simple pleasures like rewarding yourself with some sushi after work, or even book a spa and a massage. These little acts may not mean much to some, but for you, these are your serotonin. You know what they say, sometimes food and retail therapy is all you need. Find your tribe. You know, the internet's not all that bad. I mean, sure, it's an easy way to blackmail people, but on the other hand, it also has made making connections a whole lot easier. Are the chances of you meeting a psycho online high? Yes. But are the chances of you finding people who enjoy the same things as you also high? Definitely yes. Although it doesn't hurt to still be careful out there. Some sickos out there are evolving. Back to finding a tribe, it's far less nerve-wracking and intimidating to meet people through the screen. Online, you're free to post and share your thoughts, as long as it's not sickening or hurting others, okay? And you'd be surprised at how many people share the same feelings that you have. And if that doesn't pan out, well, what's the worst each of you can do to other people? Caps lock each other to death? Just kidding, but yeah, gotta thank technology for that. Now, listen here, I know I just spoke of social media in a good light, but you have to be very careful of it because you could fall prey to 2 things. First is doom scrolling, which is not that bad. You may have wasted the whole day away though, and second is being envious of others. Obviously, this second one is a bit more concerning because it can literally trigger your emotions, seeing how your peers are doing better in life compared to you. For that, what I want you to remember is this. Comparison is the thief of joy. Be happy for them, but don't wallow in self-pity seeing how they are in life. You've got your own timeline, so focus on that instead. Online meetings aside, if you feel daring and go out to meet people, then that's good too. Maybe you can try volunteering at a local animal shelter, or even join the gym or a running club. That's also a great place to start. Take care of your overall health. I know, you know this already, but do you still have to be reminded of this? Yes. You need to take care of yourself in all aspects: physical, mental, emotional, and heck, even spiritual too. I guess you could sneak in a financial in there too, but anyway, the point is that you have to treat yourself now and then. The Instagram girls that you see online vouching for meditation are real. Meditation helps. If yoga is not your thing, you could channel your energy into being active. Sports, dancing, exercise, Pilates, you name it. But if you're feeling like a couch potato, you could always tuck yourself in and enjoy the company of a good book or a movie. Just remember to be mindful and accept your feelings. Don't push them away, since you'll only end up getting frustrated. And Lord knows what frustration can do to some people, so I'm hoping you don't turn up to be an axe murderer. On a serious note, just be mindful of your emotions, and yes, the Instagram girls are right again, because journaling and writing your emotions can help sort them out. Accepting that you're having a hard time right now is always the first step to getting better, so just treat yourself with care, especially during these times. You wouldn't go hard on an injured pet, would you? So the same thing should apply to you too. And you know what also helps keep loneliness at bay? Keep yourself busy. If an apple a day can keep the doctor away, then it's safe to assume that being busy can keep you loneliness-free, right? Well, not all the time, but most times it does. You could take up a cooking class or sign up for some painting sessions, for example. And if you want to make it personal, why not renovate your house, starting with your room? Maybe it's time you paint over the hospital white walls of yours and turn it into something happy, like a muted yellow? Before you call me off on yellow, Vincent van Gogh ate yellow paint back then, believing it would make him happy, okay? And no, I do not recommend eating yellow paint. But yet, you could even adopt a pet. Drop by a local shelter if you want so, take in a furry friend or two. Doesn't matter if it's a cat or a dog, any of these two are wonderful companions. But if you think you still don't have it in you to adopt a pet of your own, then baby steps. You can start with your family or neighbor's pet to let you get the hang of things. Try and get some professional health experts. If all else fails and you think it's hard getting to deal with, then it's always best to consult a professional health expert. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong or that you're weak. It just shows that you're willing to go through that to get better, and that act in itself is bravery. And if I may speak, I think it's fortunate that we live in a time where mental illness and even counseling sessions are normalized compared to back then. I can barely imagine how our ancestors felt when they were told to take a chill pill when they were on the brink of a breakdown. I, for one, would totally lose it. Now, I get that today's video may not apply to all, because, believe it or not, some of us are better off alone. The question is, do you belong to that group? We've got another video that pinpoints 7 signs that you were born to be a loner, which you can watch here.